So Owen is going to show you a little bit later on about how Nezo automates those reports and helps get better outcomes. So those better outcomes can be, as I said, cost, carbon, or even the weight of a building, which is linked to those other two. A great example of this is a developer that we had on the North Island who reduced the cost of their build by 750,000, reduced their carbon emissions by 3,750 tons, which is the equivalent of 180,000 trees, and reduced the weight of their buildings by 1,100 tons each, which actually allowed them to build two stories higher.
Great. Okay, so key thing to start with in this demonstration is just identify how we make data that you need to complete this exercise and make decisions through your design process more accessible, more usable, and fast. Okay, so before we look at the dashboards and the actual tool and how it interacts with your design software, I just want to start with that data aspect, because that's really what's been essentially holding people up, crunching the numbers, finding the information, bringing it forward, mixing it with quantities. Okay, so we've made that accessible, usable, and fast. It's accessible because we bring it to where you are inside of your design software. So I have a window open here in Revit at the moment, but this works exactly the same for all those users who are working in ArchiCAD. So this works as an extension or a plugin or an add-in in whichever is relevant to your design software. You click a button in the top ribbon and Nezo is going to open up inside your application, so you're not leaving your workflow. Also works the same, for example, here in SketchUp. So back over to Revit, where I'm going to show you how this data is accessible. We've brought it to you by way of this material library. So in here, you're going to find all of the materials based off EPD for the carbon emissions data that you would have previously found in the NZGBC database or in the brand's CO2 Instruct database. That's soon going to be released by MasterSpec in the new carbon emissions data repository, as they've taken over the baton for the control and maintenance of that. And that's a great thing, because we're going to see a lot more emissions data available in the market. Now, what we've done is we've actually brought individual EPDs together into composites or assemblies. Same here, the fantastic Green Star Embodied Carbon Calculator tool. This is available for everyone to download right now, whether you're part of that or not. Here I'm going to show you again all of the quantities, and they've been separated. They've been put in the substructure tab, the superstructure tab, the envelope. Again, all of this is automatically entered in from just those simple materials. Sometimes you might only use 10 Nezo materials in your design model, and you'll see this quantity of information, this amount of finite data entered into the spreadsheet. You don't need to worry about it. All you're worried about is coming to the results tab and exploring where your project sits, and also meeting compliance. If you're going for your Green Star, you can use this for Homestar as well. We also have an export coming for the ECCHO tool. It's part of your compliance pathway.